On Friday, the US Labor Department published its report for September. The results turned out to be mixed. Thus, the number of new jobs was below the forecast for the second month in a row. In August, the labor market added just 235,000 jobs, whereas analysts had expected a rise of 750,000. In September, the number of new jobs inched up by 195,000. That is well below the forecast of a rise of 400,000. Let us find out the possible consequences of such figures. Against this background, on Friday, the US main stock indexes closed with a drop. What's more, on Monday, the S&P 500 futures continued falling. However, the overall market situation is quite calm. The S&P 500 is trading between 4,360 points from 4,430. Judging by the technical analysis, the index may slide to 4,350 this week. Meanwhile, the US dollar index is hovering between 93 and 70 and 94 and 30. Curiously, the US dollar has been stagnant against the basket of major currencies for almost 1 week, whereas other currencies are changing. At the moment, the US dollar index is trading at 94 and 20 points. There is no ground for a decline. At the same time, the USD CAD pair began losing value, and now it's fluctuating within the range of 1.2400 and 1.2490. The decrease was quite expectable as oil prices are reaching their high levels. What's more, if the rally in oil prices continues, the pair is likely to slide even deeper. By the moment, the greenback dropped to 1.2460 against the Canadian dollar. The cryptocurrency market is moving in the opposite direction. The positive dynamic remains intact even after the weekend. Thus, Bitcoin cost $55,000. However, experts assure that it's not the limit. The price may jump up to $58,000 in the near future amid a positive news flow. We see that the currency market slightly dropped after the publication of the US non-farm payrolls. Now, market participants and the US Fed are focused on the inflation report. Of course, everyone hopes that the indicator will fall, but most analysts are pessimistic about this. If the real data is worse than predicted, the US main indexes are likely to go on sliding. And that's all for today. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you tomorrow.